We use some large-scale Cisco networking for the top end of the platform, and that allows us to virtualize firewalling, load balancing, those kind of services. But it also allows us to deliver all of those network services in a way that means that we can transfer people's security policies over, but they can also run complex things. And our cloud platform will support multicast, which a lot of them won't do. And being able to support multicast means that on top of the rest of the platform, we can run a lot of complex enterprise applications that you cannot run on some of the kind of better known public clouds, is probably the best way to describe it. We are primarily using VMware. The reasons for us behind using VMware were very straightforward. There's a lot more take-up of VMware within the enterprise space than there is in others, and that was a target market for us. But it was also because VMware comes with a lot of tooling that is very useful for us and we would otherwise have had to buy. So we use VMware, we take the cost of running VMware, and it allows us to work in a much more effective way, and yet have a large partner who's supporting what we're delivering. Our system is essentially designed to be as performant as possible. So our servers are high-end HP blades. We use them just to provide processing and memory. All of our servers effectively live on the SAN. So all of our servers are SAN-backed, which allows us to take advantage of the failover capabilities of VMware, for example, and it allows us to be very clear about how long it's going to take for a failed server to reboot and to manage a lot of that more effectively than we would be able to if we had local storage. But we're also able to present the resources as though they were physical devices, because in some cases you have some database architectures, for example, still are not very keen on running on top of software virtualization. And so we can simply carve a blade out of the environment and present that as a physical server or a set of physical servers that will support anything else. So that what we're able, therefore, to do is replicate any kind of traditional hosting architecture, traditional network architecture, with this infrastructure, and then deliver that out on an as-a-service basis, depending on what clients want. Key partnerships for us, we're a big partner of HP. We use an HP 3-pass SAN. We use HP blades. We don't use HP's networking because they don't provide the services that we want. We use a lot of VMware. We work closely with Microsoft and with Oracle, and obviously we use Cisco for our core networking. For a cloud company, we're very transparent about what it is we do and how we do it. Our customers, this is a selection of them. I think of that list, the only one that isn't a current customer is Monopoly, for whom we did an interesting game project about a year ago. The rest of them are all current clients of ours now, and they are predominantly doing things that are business critical. Volkswagen, for example, if you want to buy a Volkswagen in the UK, it doesn't matter whether you walk into a dealer or go to the website, you have to go via the systems we run in order to be able to buy a Volkswagen. What else can I describe here? Cineworld, I'm going to come on to and talk about it in a second, but Cineworld, all of their transactions run through us. So if you're buying popcorn at the cinema, or if you're booking a ticket in advance, if you're booking a ticket at the cinema, all of that comes in through us, from credit card processing to handling stock and other things. So what do our clients use our systems for? I've got 3 example clients here. The first is a company called Forth Hospitality. Forth are a software as a service business. They are a very high growth company. They run back office systems for the hospitality industry. Of the major restaurant chains in the UK, I think Nando's is the only one that is not a client of theirs. And they're responsible for things like payroll. They're responsible for just-in-time stock ordering and delivery and management. And their entire platform runs on top of a essentially platform as a service offering that we have then put together for them. So they develop their software, they sell the thing to their clients, and they consume platform downwards for us in order to serve whatever their client requirements happen to be. Cineworld, as I've just said, they put all their business through our platform, and they are a fairly large company and growing fairly quickly, and they have some interesting challenges in what is becoming a very competitive market the cinema market is very competitive. What they look to do is use the technology both to run their core systems, but also to be in a position to manage and control the cost of delivering those various things. And the last one is Comic Relief. We run the technology platforms for both Sport Relief and Red Nose Day. And with those, we take all the money. So whether you donate online, whether you donate by ringing one of their call centres, whether you donate via the red button, the money all comes through us. And we have a very, very unusual commercial relationship with them, because they have a requirement to have their systems running absolutely 100% of the time for about 10 hours a year. But within that 10-hour time frame, absolutely nothing can go wrong, because that's the time where they take all their money each year. And of course the BBC don't give them access to BBC One for 7 hours the following night, because the servers weren't running as they should have been. So we have some quite unusual challenges with that, not least that you cannot test effectively what they do. If you look at the scale of what comes through, those numbers are actually from Red Nose Day a couple of years ago. When we did Red Nose Day last year, they did nearly 700,000 credit card transactions in about 6.5 hours. The peak of that, they were running 250 odd credit card transactions a second through their platform, taking about £25,000 every 10 seconds. So there was significant volumes of transactions, there was significant volumes of money, all coming through a system that essentially hasn't been tested, because with most people where you build a large enterprise system of some kind, you build it, you deploy it, you watch it, you monitor it, you test it, you make some changes to it. These guys run it once a year, and then they take it apart and they completely rebuild it before the next one. So you don't have any commonality from one year to the next. So you're using a lot of donated technology, because a lot of the technology that they build their systems on is donated. So Oracle, for example, give them all their licensing as a donation. But of course Oracle want them to use all of the latest products in the Oracle portfolio in order to get the PR benefit from it. So the tools we're using haven't necessarily been used before, and yet we're trying to deliver something that is very mission critical. We've worked with them now for the last 4 campaigns, and are continuing to do so.